Hey everybody, how you doing? This is Carla Y Nix with today's inspiration. And as always, I'm here to remind you and to encourage you that you can and you should and you're able to live every single day on purpose. I just want to say a little word about gratitude, how important it is that we exhibit and display and utilize our gratitude, not just for one another, but in general. I believe we take so much for granted. And, we're good and we're great when it comes to the big things, like when we're blessed with something great, when our prayers are answered, when we experience a miracle. But it's the small things as well that we should have the same amount of gratitude for. Just the fact that you woke up this morning. That's the biggest thing of all. Thank God for a new day. That's a blessing. There's a blessing in each new day. Thank God that you were able to do what it is, whatever it was that you needed to do, whatever it is that you need to do, you can do it. To have the your right mind. I used to hear when I was a little girl growing up in church, I used to hear the old people, as they say. And now, can you believe it? I'm one of the old people. But when I was little, the old people used to say they thank God for for waking up in their right mind and being able to use their limbs and all that. And to me, that just sounded like rhetoric. It was just so funny, in a way. It was like, why are they saying this? And they say it over and over again. Hello. Again, I'm the old person, and I'm saying it over and over again. I thank God for having a right mind, because it's true. A mind is terrible to waste. It's a terrible thing to waste, but it's a terrible thing as well when you cannot utilize your mind, when you can't function mentally as you should. That is major. I don't know if it's my age or if it's my medication or some of my ailments that does this, but my memory is not as good as it used to be. There are times when I can't remember a name, I can't remember something that happened, I can't remember words. It's awful, and I'm like, Lord, this is really really something. So I thank God for the little function I have in my brain right now. I thank Him for that. I honestly, I feared the day that I do lose all of my memory. My fear, one of my greatest fears, is that one day I'm gonna look at my family and I don't know who they are. That scares me because I see it happening all the time. Alzheimer's is real. Dementia is real. We used to just call it old age. It's real. And so I thank God for what I have now and that I'm able to use it. I thank Him for that. I don't want to take that for granted. I thank Him for being able to walk. I'm at a point where I have bad I had pain all through my body, but mostly my back. I have a degenerative disc, is what they tell me, is that my back is degenerating and it's painful. So I thank God, even through my pain, that I'm able to get around, because there might come a day when I can't get around, or there is somebody else who cannot get around who wish that they could. And arthritis has made friends with me. Well, I shouldn't say friends. Arthritis has come to reside in me, and I know it well. But I'm still able to get around. But there was a time when I didn't have arthritis. There was a time when my back didn't hurt. And there was a time when I had a sharp mind and everything. And all of that, I'm seeing it, I'm just seeing the results of age and just living. So if you are sharp, you got it, thank God. Thank God for having it. Thank God for every little thing. Thank God, you went to the grocery, you made groceries. We call it making groceries. You were able to do that. Somebody can't buy groceries. They don't know how they're going to feed their family. You might not have had $200 or $300 to spend on it, but even if you just had 50, we could stretch that. That's something you can eat. Thank God for the 50. Thank God for whatever you have. You may not have the best car, you may not have the best house, but you live somewhere. You're able to get around. Thank God for that. You might not be dressing in the classiest clothes, or you might want something different or better, but thank God for what you do have. Be grateful. Be grateful. I believe it really makes God happy when we express our gratitude sincerely for what He has done for us. Think about it. When you do something for somebody, you might not be doing it for the accolades, but it does feel good and it makes you feel warm inside when they say thank you, when they appreciate what you do. Because let's turn it around. You might not be looking for a pat on the back, but I guarantee you, if they don't appreciate it, it's going to make you upset. It's going to make you mad. It's going to disgust you that they don't even appreciate what you've done. Right? Well, what about God? Look at all that He's done. He does more than we could ever do. So thank Him. Be grateful. Do not be a ingrate. Do not be an ingrate. Praise God. Thank God. God bless you. This is Carla Nix with today's inspiration.